The Belko Experiment. It has a meta score of maybe around 50. It's in a yellow, warning color. Meta score. That is what the relevant critics felt about it on average. Green. It means it can be in the 80s, about 70s, out of 100. All of those, and that's good, of course. Yellow. I think that's somewhere under 60. And then red, 10, 12. Which is by the way, what the New York Times, I think, gave to this. Oh, well, if not the New York Times, the analysis may be computer generated, artificial intelligence. I don't know how they work it, but it's about the score that the New York Times gave to this movie, which they said is cruel and repellent. Or, well, they didn't use the word, but that's, I think, basically the message. Very harsh, very, very harsh. At the opposite end, Variety has in its box there. Again, I don't think it's how Variety operates. You go to the site and you find 80 out of 100. But maybe there's an analysis of the positive words used in there. However that operates, it was, I guess, about 80 on this meta score, and they were pleased with the result. So the score, if we look at the others, is somewhere in the middle, and I guess this is where I would be. I'm not so disgusted, surely because forewarned by what the New York Times has said. What I do when there's a movie in the schedule somewhere. This was on TV Film channel with films yesterday. So I go to the IMDb site. What I used to do before this meta score, I found a few critics, one or a few with a Austin Chronicle, it used to be. And if they said that's a good movie, I would try and see it. Now I look at the meta score, and if it's green, it's encouraging. And furthermore, I try and click and see a few, because they have a few quotes, a few lines from the reviews of various publications, and try and see what that looks like. So, forewarned, seeing that the New York Times has destroyed the movie, I didn't expect much, which is one positive psychology exercise. Lower your expectations. According to some experts, that might work. And it makes sense. If I were to think this would be the best movie of the year, I would be seriously disappointed, waiting for something great. As it is, I was... Termina! This is the Balzac experiment here. Balzac is the blue and gold, and he is much like those guys in the movie. Very cruel, quite often. So the idea is that they have a group of people, employees, in this rather tall building, and quite soon in the movie, after 5 minutes maybe, they're told they have to kill 2 people in the next half hour or so. Otherwise, they will be in trouble. Others, more, will die. And indeed, after the deadline passed, they start killing people. In the first place, it looked like they're shooting from somewhere, but they're not. They they have all this science fiction and giving more ammunition to those idiots with its conspiracy theories. From the top of the United States of America, with a very stable genius, down to his base, to the members of his cult of the stupid. So, with the chips that that Bill Gates has done this and the others has done that, and Hillary Clinton running a pedophile ring from a pizza parlor. I mean, in a way, I'm happy I'm not going to the sauna anymore from this point of view, down at the club, because it has infiltrated here. We have fools who peddle this kind of thing. So they have chips in the back of their head, and these explode. So a group of the employees become aggressive, cruel, killers, because they say, okay, I'll just survive. They have a ringleader, the most evil, evidently. And on the other side, there is one who starts as a gentle fellow. Don't shoot, don't use violence. But then, progressively, we might find him, as it happens in those types of movies, you annoy and you upset the one who appears to be gentle, kind, humane, sensitive, even. Sometimes a nerd or something, and then you find that you're playing with fire. Clear waters run deep, or still waters. Bă, te pocnesc dacă o ții așa. I will have to stop soon to do our own Belko experiment here and see who survives out of the three, if that's the way it works. I mean, if it's my brain or their game. So it's not parasite, let's say, by any measure. It is in fact far from it. The opposite, and you shouldn't even bother with it, I would say.